Going to begin the interview. So, my name is Adolfo Romero. Today is Thursday, April 25, 2024, and I'm here at the office at the Samuel Proctor Oral History Program at the University of Florida. And today, who do I have the amazing pleasure to be here with today?
Hi, my name is Carolina Melo. I am a sociologist at the University of São Carlos, Universidade Federal de São Carlos in Brazil. And I arrived here in November, and I am going back to Brazil in May 2nd, soon.
Yeah, so it's so you were telling me earlier you arrived in November, right? You were saying and back in November. So tell me, like, how did you even find out about the Samuel Proctor? How did you find out about YUF? What was your reason behind all this whole entire trip? How did it get started? Tell me how that went, how that experience was.
So my research, Ph.D. research, is about Zora Neale Hurston. And in Brazil, the works about her is incipient. So I did my work there, and I was, okay, I need to go to find the things about her in the United States. So I start my research about what university has her collection and etc. And I found the UF, and I found the Professor Ortiz, and he was so amazing and talked to me a lot, sent me a lot of emails. We start to talk. And in Brazil, we have a fellowship from the federal government, and I apply for come to here, and I how can I say this? Now I have this fellowship.
Yeah. What fellowship was that you applied to?
Is from
What was it called?
Organization called CAPES.
CAPES.
In Brazil I think is the most important organization from the federal government that has a lot of fellowships in Brazil, and is responsible to do this type of fellowship to Sandwich and etc.
Okay.
So I came because of my project for sure, but because of this fellowship too. Okay.
Was this your first time coming to the United States, or have you been here before?
No, it's my first time.
Okay, that's pretty cool. And you came around November, so tell me, how was that experience arriving to the Gainesville region? Was it difficult? How were the first couple weeks arriving here? Did you, everything's new, you know? So I just want to hear a little bit on that.
It was cold, really cold. I was not prepared. I know the winter here is not that bad, but for me I was not prepared. But in the beginning was nice. People here is really nice, and they understand that is a new experience for me, and probably because in the UF has a lot of people from other countries learning and etc. So people are really nice with me since beginning here. I am really glad about this. But I think the hard thing, the cold for sure, but my English, I was too much for me. So I think in the first month I had a lot of headache, because especially when has a lot of people talking, because it was really, really hard to understand for me. But now I understand, and people is always nice with me and stop and repeat and try to tell me in Spanish or anything. So, and I think the most interesting thing was in my first week here, we went to the winter, no, White Springs, I think.
Okay.
And it was amazing because what is the thing? Zara talk in her books and her works a lot about Florida. And I didn't understand in Brazil when I was there. I thought it was just a characterization of the place, you know. But now I understand when I came here, I understand why she loves Florida, because I know Florida about the controversies, about the politics, and anyway, but Zara makes me fell love about Florida, you know, the nature, the way the people talk, and I saw how Florida is, despite all this political context.
Okay, so tell me, why Zora Neale Hurston? When did it begin that you found out about her? And just diving into your research, personal research, when did you first came into her name, and how has that developed over time here in the Florida region? What knowledge have you gained now that you didn't have before?
I first met her in a show of Spike Lee. Ela Quer Tudo, I think I forgot the name in English, sorry.
You could say it in.
And I didn't know who was she, actually. Was the character was reading her book, and that was, oh, nice, but was not an important thing for me in the moment. The show is really nice, but that part was not important for me in the moment. And my research in my master degree was about the Islam poetry and the importance of the Black people, Black diaspora, to change the world, you know, and how people use the culture as a stage to change the world, to see another way of life, another way to understand the world, to create meaning and representations. But I think as a sociologist, it's important to do a historical work to understand our context now. So I was going to the past and the past and the past, and I don't know how exactly I found Zara, probably because my research group in Brazil, they have a lot of people that do this biographical work, and until now they don't have work about a female Black researcher. So I thought it was important show her point of view. And in Brazil, as I said, is incipient, has a lot of some works in literature and a few works now since 2019 in the anthropology. But I think it's important to understand her in this global context of the Black diaspora, African diaspora, understand how she used the arts to talk about us, and how her works are important until now. And about the library, was really nice. I get really emotional when I arrive here because, first of all, the library is amazing. It's huge. You know, we can find everything that we want. So, and it's beautiful, the architecture, everything. And it was really important for me, see the material because I was always seeing these materials by the internet, in the computer, the laptop. So, touch the history is kind of crazy for me. So I get emotional a bunch of times, especially when I was seeing her manuscripts that get burned. So, and it's not that big, it's not a huge collection, but it's so nice because it has newspaper, manuscript, a lot of letters, pictures. So now I am in the process of writing about this, and I am really happy because it's a good opportunity because the people that did it, the work about Zara in Brazil, unfortunately they don't came here or to another collection. So I think this is going to be really nice to Brazil, because I had access to this material for sure.
Okay, with the libraries, do you work with the special collections? Is there a collection in the special collections?
Yeah.
And who did you work with? Who were the people at the library that you work with? Do you know?
Everybody there.
So a little bit of everyone just providing you help.
Especially
Okay.
Flo. She was
Flo.
really nice with me, and Jim too. But all the staff are really amazing, and helpful. And they had I forgot his name, a place with all materials of Zara, and I was there all days, So, and they helped me to scan the materials, teach me what I need to do, with this material, because is important material and rare materials too, so can be damaged really easy. So I learned how to treat this material with delicate. So it was really nice for sure.
That's fantastic. That's awesome to hear. I guess what I wanted to focus a little bit. I know you were working also on a website, updating like information. Can you tell us a little bit about that? I think one time I saw you at the computer and you were like adding information for like the biography of Sora and a webpage. Like you showed me a website and that you were trying to like curate or like add more information to it. That was one of your assignments, I think.
What site exactly?
I don't know. Maybe.
What?
Do you remember the website? There was a website you showed me that you were working on. It was one of your assignments back in Brazil that you have to like fix, or that you were thinking about adding information about Sora Neale Hurston.
Oh, okay. This site is interesting because it's a project of my advisor that I am work to. It's called Percursos Alternativos. And what is the idea? Our education, the law of the education changed the last government changed, and we are trying to create this site, him for sure, and trying to show the people, the students, teachers, from the high school, how the importance of the Black people, the African diaspora, and the create, the technology, change the story, and etc. And I was thinking about show this Zara, her importance to understand the world and etc. But until now, I didn't finish yet, but as soon as possible, because I was working and I so tired, because I am not complaining for sure, but I was just tired and I didn't finish yet, but as soon as possible, So yeah, it's going to be nice because I understand my dissertation is important for sure, you know, and but I don't know. I think it's important we expand our works, not just our dissertation or the academics papers or etc., but how we can show our works, academics works, to the community, you know, to the society. So I think a site is a good idea, a blog is a good idea, videos are amazing too. So yeah.
All right, thank you for sharing. Next question is, how did SPOHP help you out? Like, what was the role of SPOHP in your journey? And, you know, this past couple months, how did the Simon Proctor help you out or assisted you?
With everything actually. Since the silly things, you know, where can I find ATM, you know, the silly things, the day by day, but show me the university, um, push me to write, you know, because sometimes it's so hard to write, and I like so much, but sometimes I don't know how to start. And especially Professor Tis, he pushed me to write, so it was really nice. I learned a lot about Florida, about how to, you know, interview. Um I don't know. I think I learned so much that until now I can understand. You know, when you learn so much, and sometimes just in the future it was, oh yeah,
Right.
I learned this because of these amazing people. So yeah, I am so glad to came here. You know, and all people, every people, so different and so unique, and for sure they everybody helped me to increase my career, you know. And I thank myself as a person too, just not as an academic person, but as a human being for sure.
Fantastic. I see you have an awesome shirt right now that you're wearing from Sora Fest at Fort Pierce, Florida. So, I mean, I guess this shows that you have been traveling around Florida. Can you tell me a little bit about places that you've been to and how was that experience at the Sora Fest? What did you learn?
So there's two situations. I went to Eatonville to Zara Festival, but this shirt is not from there. This shirt we was a gift in the last week. Sorry, we went to Fort Pierce. And Fort Pierce is the city that Zara we spent her last years and passed away there. So, and the city has a trail that we can find the place that Zara work, uh, where she lived, the gravesite.
Yeah, yeah,
Gravesite.
that's right.
Thank you. And was really nice because was a road trip with Miss Hendricks, Angel, and Tiffany. And you know, was we didn't know what is going to work because I tried to talk with them a lot the last weeks with the organization, the library, everything, but they didn't respond, unfortunately. So we have more autonomy, you know. And this is why we found this shirt, because we went to the house of Zara, the last house that she lived, and we saw a black man there, and Tiffany has, you know, audacity and asked him to talk a little bit, and he explained us a lot of things, important things that we are just shocked about it. But she had a lot of this type of material of the old festivals there, and we need to take all. So he gave us a green box with flyer, folder, T-shirt, and this was really amazing.
I think people back in Brazil are gonna be like, "Well, what the heck?" Like, we're jealous that you were able to get all this material.
Yeah.
Even a lot of people here in Florida don't even know where the gravesite is. Like we have this festival, but they don't know much information, like the end of the days or end of the time. You're talking about the diaspora, from all over the world, and ending up here in the Florida Fort Pierce region, final days, years. It's just incredible that you were able to do that, and you actually saw the gravestone. What were your thoughts about it? I heard the tombstone was donated too as well, right? Recently, not that many years ago.
Yeah, it was really nice because, fun fact, uh, Zara has had the funeral with more than 100 people. Was really important, but people, I don't know what happened actually, but people didn't do a stone.
Tombstone, yeah.
Yeah. So in a few years, people just forgot that she was there, and Alice Walker was the responsible to give her this stone. She found the grave, she found everything, and she has a beautiful essay or paper called "In Search of Zara," and she's talking about how she found this place and what she needed to do to give her this stone. So when we went to all this place, and the grave was the last one, and it was really nice because in the last paragraph of Alice Walk paper, she was, is the grief is so interesting because sometimes we want to cry but we can't cry. Sometimes we just laugh. It's weird to deal with this. And when we arrived there, I was just, I don't know, I feel peace, but I am such a crybaby. I thought I was crying, and actually I didn't cry at all. Because again, I think I saw, the history with my eyes, the Zara, the Zara grave, but and all the history that Alice Walker did it. So it was weird, I think, see the history with my eyes. And yeah, for sure, that was amazing. And I think I am thinking about this until now, because I don't know, sometimes was a dream, was real, and this is really interesting, because Fort Pierce is a beautiful city, and I understand why she chose to live there, in her last years. But yeah, the preservation of the memory is hard to do, and need to be in the day by day, just not with festivals or a website, but in the day by day. And now I'm thinking about how Florida banish some books or etc. So this is history right now too. So yeah, it was really interesting and complex to be there.
Fantastic. Now that all this information, what is like one of the things that you want to take back to Brazil and, kind of build up or rethink the way that you thought before about Sora, but not, just...
Yeah, I was really glad. I am really glad to work in the library because I scan everything. I scan everything because and I was so excited, and is a lot of material that I didn't have access in Brazil. So I was, okay, I need to have all this material, and then I am going to understand what I need to do with this material, because for sure I'm not going to use all, not now, but I am in this process of separate, classify this material and understand how I'm going to use this. I don't know how is the process here, but in Brazil you need to do a for sure I'm not I don't know in Portuguese, I forgot the name. Qualification. I think you need to do this here too.
Yeah, quals. Yeah.
And
exams.
I can see that is a work for my qualification, and is going to have another work for my dissertation for real, because now I have more material. And websites always help, but the guarantee of the historical material is really important, especially because they have a lot of newspaper that can show me a background that I didn't know, and some facts that are interesting, especially because there is a picture of a black girl that people think that is Zora, and it was crazy. This film is just a fun fact, but it was crazy because all picture that I saw of her, I was I never understand, because she seems so different, in each picture. And I understand because this specifically picture is not her, was just a fake news. So, and I discovered this here, with this material. So yeah, all people, here in Brazil, people use this picture, but it's not her, and this is really interesting, and now I know, and I was look, no, probably is someone that she took the picture, in her field work, I don't know, but yeah, it's not her.
Wow, that's,
Yeah.
wow, that's incredible. That's definitely new knowledge, I would say, at least over there that you could bring back and have a discussion.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting. I want to talk a little bit about your, coming into just the U.S. or even, Florida region. What were some of the challenges that you faced, and what were some of the favorite memories that you have of your time here? So whichever one you want to begin with.
My favorite memories for sure is the springs.
Which springs? Do you remember?
Blue Springs, White Springs. I think I went in 4 or 3, and I don't remember the names.
Okay.
So I love the springs. It's magic, It's so beautiful. And for sure, these remind me the crocodile. No, the it's not crocodile. The
Alligator?
The alligator, yeah. And
Did you see some?
yeah, I saw.
Nice.
Not in the springs. I went to a park, and the last week I went to a lake, and I was just there, just seeing the beautiful of nature. And I saw a lot of alligators just chilling in the water, and I was okay. For sure, I'm not going to swim here. This is interesting because all place here has, you need to be careful. Careful with the alligators and everything. And that was just a trip, but it's a real thing. Alligator here is a real thing.
Yeah.
And I never saw one so close, And they are beautiful, actually.
The land of the gators.
Beautiful, yeah.
Yeah.
The springs, the people for sure, how people are nice with me, here. I feel really glad to know all the person that I met here, because everybody is really nice, and I learned a lot about history of United States, of Florida, everything, you know. And what is the other question?
Yeah, no, so that's good. You pretty much it's like, what are some good experiences and what are some challenges that you faced during your time here?
The campus is really nice, it's amazing, but it was a challenge because it's so big.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the language is a challenge. The how can I say the metric here, you know, of the weather, you know, Fahrenheit, pound,
Oh,
everything is different. But it was nice, you know, this challenge in the day by day is really nice to understand or to try to figure it out. And for sure, the class that I had, because it was in English and people are talking English. But again, the people are really nice, you know, so people understood that I am learning, and you know, people make me feel comfortable being me, because I was really insecure with my English. And now I understand that I am learning. This is not a problem at all, you know.
what class did you take? Which one was it?
I had two classes.
Okay.
One about Afrofuturism with the Professor Tenorio. And another one was the special topics about Haiti with Professor Benjamin. And the both I choose because for sure I'm going to use in my dissertation. And it was amazing. I love going to class. I love to, you know, this moment to read some papers and went to the class and have some discussion. And it was really interesting for me because I think it's on purpose, you know, but it's really hard to do this connection between the Caribbean and Brazil. And for sure this is in Brazil is on purpose because Caribbean has a huge revolutionary story, and the Black community is really strong there, and probably this is a situation to try to not create this connection, you know, between the African diaspora in this new world. So I learned a lot about the Haiti, especially. And I was there because Zara went to Haiti to do her work too. So it was really nice to have this background, you know, historically. And yeah, it was amazing. I loved these classes.
Was that with the African American Studies Department or Center program?
Sorry?
Was it, what department was it? Do you know? Or
The
Latin American Studies?
Afrofuturism is Latin and Caribbean
Oh, okay.
department,
Okay.
but the Haiti one, I am not sure. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it might have been African American Studies. I want to say, I think we were looking for them one time on the computer.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Okay, okay. No, wonderful. It seems like you had an experience from a student's perspective, like being in the classroom studying to doing your own kind of like fieldwork study. And then your experience being in the community involved all around and traveling to around the Florida region. That sounds like an amazing experience to me, you know? And, hopefully it's getting warmer for you now that, you know, it's already April. It's getting a little bit warmer. But my next question is like, what advice do you have for other incoming students that are coming in, whether through the Samuel Proctor, the way that you did, through like Dr. Paul Ortiz or other faculty and to the university?
I think be yourself is important, you know, don't be shy to be yourself, because the difference is important, you know, to create a community. And for sure, create a community, especially if you are from another country. You know, you don't need to create a community with the people from your country, for sure. Is important, but try to create a community with people that care about you and you care about them. And don't forget to don't get lost in your research or in the academics. I think it's important to live the academic life, but it's important to, just don't freak out and try to have some fun, because this experience of the culture is important, for sure. So, yeah, I think it's this.
Okay. I know we went through a lot of topics right now, and I think I should have began with this question. But let's find out a little bit about who you are. Where were you born, raised, family, maybe. More into the history of who is Carolina. You know.
I don't know. I think I changed so many times that I don't know how to answer this. But my name is Carolina. I am from São Paulo, Brazil. It's a huge city. There, I I am a teacher too. And I since my undergraduate, I am traveling and to do my work. So I feel this necessity to go out, to study in another place, try to do my life in another place. I think this is the only true right now, because I think I changed so much. And let me see, I don't know. I have one sister. My mom create us. We are really different, but this don't whatever, because we are different person. I have luck because my family pushed me to live especially the African culture in Brazil. So this was not a question for me, the race or the contribution of Black people in the culture, because I am always there. So, and I think I am lucky because a lot of people don't have this opportunity, to know and understand the Black culture, the traditional Black culture in Brazil. So I think I'm lucky. And probably this was my foundation to be here right now. Even when I was not understanding, or I didn't do this connection before. And yeah.
Fantastic. Perfect. No, that's wonderful. What was your undergraduate in?
My undergraduate.
What did you study?
Social sciences.
Social sciences.
Yeah, and was a teacher degree. I don't know how to say this. It's not a bachelor,
Yeah, bachelor. Okay. Yeah.
Because I like to teach, and I think sociology and social science is an important tool to understand and try to change the world, This is why usually people don't like sociology, but whatever.
No, that's a really good point. Let me see here. So, what is one of the things that you miss from Brazil? I mean, it's been a few months now. What do you miss?
The food.
The food.
To talk in Portuguese,
Right.
To go to the place that I know, that I can dance, and my friends, for sure, my family. And yeah, but I am here now, and I can feel this feeling of saudade, the miss. I just miss here, and I am here now. So yeah, I'm going to miss this place and this opportunity for sure.
Do you think you would like to come back in the future, back to the U.S., or do you want to?
Yeah, probably, but for now, I am just thinking I need to finish my work.
Yeah. Right. What year are you in right now in school? What year are you in? are you first incoming year, second year in your PhD?
In the third year.
Third year.
Yes, I just have 4 years. So in the February, I am going to do my presentation.
Wow. So you did your quals and all that qualifying exams?
Yeah, we have the qualifying in the middle of our Ph.D. or master degree.
Yeah.
So I have before I came to here, and now I need to finish it.
Now you need to finish it. Yeah.
So I am going to Brazil, and live as a, just to write until August, I think, or I don't know.
Okay, well, Carolina, it's been wonderful. It's been wonderful having you here at SPOHP, seeing you for the past almost half a year or since November. It's been great. And I guess I remember one of our memories we had was going to Veterans for Peace out there, so it's like you were also part of that local community. It was really, really cool. It's an honor being with you,
and
learning from you,
it was really nice.
I learned a lot too. We all learned a lot. So, I'm glad that you are here. And today I'm excited to say we will be celebrating your, well, I am glad but saddened. It's a bittersweet goodbye. But nonetheless, I think, you made a big difference here and we're all happy to have you here.
Stop.
Right?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Is there any last comment that you would like to leave people with or anything else that you want to say on your,
I don't know. I think education can change lives, and for sure, just because I choose to follow this path, I can feel that my life is all in change for good, and especially now that I have this opportunity. So, yeah, keep going with your education. This is really important.
Absolutely. Well, and with that said, that will conclude our interview for today. Thank you so much for making time with us. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everything.
All right.